Hi everyone, I'm Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm just going to sit here and we are going to make some jewelry. My tools for today are going to be mainly these 4 tools. I'm going to have my flat pliers. I'm going to have my bent chain nose, my round nose pliers, and my cutters. That's mainly what I'm going to use today. I'm going to get some of this stuff out of my way. I have a ton of stuff over here that doesn't need to be here. And then I'm going to set my tools kind of there. What we're working with today, I have a couple trays that have some goodies in them. Mainly my my findings and things that I use all the time, and a few other little odds and ends. Those two I'll be in all the time. I grabbed this tray, which is like a conglomeration of like 3 months leftovers in one, a bargain bead box. That's what's in that tray. And so you can see it a little better. We're going to try to clear out as many trays as possible. These are beautiful. There's like, I think 3 different strands of beads in here. I love these. There's a couple of these still out here, I think. Yeah, so these are kind of something I want to use today, if I get to it. Lots of pretties in there. We'll see what we get done. I have this box, which is jam-packed full of a little bit of everything. A lot of garnet. There's a little bit of everything. Yeah, just a ton. There's some real turquoise in there. Just a little bit of everything. I still have yet to use those. We need to get into that. If I need to, you know, add things to what I'm working on. So I'm going to set that a little bit off to the side. But I want to get into this. This is my Chelsea's beads. And also I have added in here some the buttons that I love so much that I got. We're going to start with these because I want to start making something with them. Those are my first project. I have an idea with these. I want to make sure, oh yeah, that's a pretty big hole. We should be able to get some of that green wire that you make stuff with. Yeah, I want to get back into this box specifically. I don't think the blue, but that purple, yeah, let's get some of them out. I'll get a few more. Okay, let's start there and we'll work from that point. All right, so these, oh my goodness. I have a water bottle set in here and it kind of slid. So these are polymer clay. Some have the little jewel and some don't. I'm going to take this apart. They are on a split ring, but we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to clip this here and get it open. These are a bead, regular bead. Now we're just going to give it a pull. Get this all off here. I throw that. Oh, my door is open. There we go. Shut that. And I do have my AC running. I love these roses. Now, I was thinking I wanted 2 for earrings, but I kind of, maybe not. I was thinking about making a bracelet. I don't think they'll look good as earrings at all. Nope, definitely not. And then a necklace. I might do make sure you can see where I'm going with this. Like that for the necklace, and like this for the bracelet. Like this for the necklace, because you don't want these under your arm for sure, but these will be fine. And then I'll find something smaller, maybe something pearly. And I don't know if I'll use these spacers. These are really nice, but I'm not sure I'll use them. We'll set them aside. We'll have more off the pink strand. I really like that. That is so pretty. But I think what we'll do is this will be the necklace, these will be the bracelet. Because the bracelet's going to get knocked around more this way. I think that'll work. We just need something to put between there. What if I got purpley colored? I got something purpley colored in this box. Probably not. Let me see what I can scope out. I don't want it to be too big. It's got to be kind of small. You know what? I have these. Nope, wrong color. Oops, I got a piece of my leftover stuck in that. Let me go scoping around and see what I can find. Now hear me out, because I am not going to price these very high. I don't want to use a lot of money. As it is, these strands cost me like $5. You know, I'm not going to get a whole lot for them. I am just going to use, I'm going to need some kind of spacer between the roses, and I'll probably use those little clear ones between the roses and that. But here, I think I'm just going to do this. I think it'll be perfectly fine. And I probably will do, because on the necklace, I think we're just going to go ahead and do the pearls all the way across on the necklace when I get to stringing it. So I have a ton of these. My friend Mary had given me a whole mess of stuff that they had left over. So that I don't forget what I'm doing here, I'm going to go ahead and get like that ready. So I don't know if I'm going to do the same design for the pink. It's debatable. And I may, yeah, I think I'm going to end this also with the blue. So I want to get another blue one out so I don't forget it. I don't want to lose my pattern for the necklace. Okay, guys. So get that fastened down there. I am so surprised this did not come open when it fell. because this is the one that doesn't actually latch. I don't know what happened to my red. So we're going to just start stringing this and see how it goes. And I'm going to string right off my roll, I think. Well, no, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and work that little kink right there. It's fine. I think that will be plenty. We have a really bad kink right there. I think that'll be where I'll cut it. And because I already have my idea pretty much, in my mind, I'm not worried about how it's going to turn out. So I'm just going to go ahead, get some of these pearls out, and I'm going to go I'm debating if I want to put any. I don't think I do. Those two are stuck together. We'll set them aside. I mean, they'll pop right apart. I just want to check they look okay. We're going to put a pearl, a blue bead, let's see how this looks without the pearl here. Let's string it and see, just out of curiosity, because I don't know if they're going to go together well once they're strung. I think they'll be fine. They're flowing. Let's see how they look if I was to put pearl, one of these, pearl, purple. Now let's see what I think of that section. Compared to this, I like the pearls between here. I really do. Let's go ahead and do that. I can just kind of let go of here and come back and redo just this. So we want a pearl. Put the leaf on. And these are, of course, obviously they're from, like, I believe the Dollar General, or I don't know where they got them from, but they're great when you're just doing simple crafts, so, or something you want to sell inexpensively. And I'm going to clip it and scoot this and see what I think of it after I did all that. Now that the whole thing is done, I'm not liking it. I liked it as just like one section and it was fine, but after I did a whole section, it was way too much. So, okay, we can take that back off. Oh, chase the pearl. We can do like one section just before the rose with the pearl. I think that would be all right. Much better. All right, now I'm going to do, we'll see if it looks right with the rose, with the pearl then the rose, or if I want to go with one of those crystal beads and then the rose. We'll find out here in a second, because the rose is going to cover part of it. We shall find out here in a second. I'm going to get this back up there where you guys can see what I've done. So this is what it's looking like. Of course, it'll have another rose. I'm not liking the pearls in the middle. Let's get the other rose on and see just what it looks like. And find out. Yeah, I don't like the two pearls in the middle. Let's take that off. And get rid of those for a second. Let's get a couple of these clear beads. Put a clear one, a purple one, a rose, whoops, a clear one. The other one, the hole is right there. And a rose. Now let's see what I think. Yeah, I like that. Much better. Okay. Now we'll go back to purple, the pearl. We'll just reverse what we did. Pearl, purple, pearl, petal, pearl, purple, petal, purple, and a pearl. And I will check in a minute to make sure I have them the same way. Okay, so we have a pearl, a purple, a petal, a purple, a pearl, a petal, a pearl, a purple, a pearl, rose. Underneath there is a crystal, and then my middle purple. I really do like that. That is so pretty. That is so, so pretty. I might just go ahead and make my pink one the same exact way so that there's a choice of pink or purple. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to close this off. I'm going to do this with gold. Let's get these back out of our way for the moment. I don't have very much gold chain. So you need that. I do need could put these little gold beads on the very end. That'll help tie the gold in. And I need I was going to say I thought I had a gold clasp. I am not going to try to get them apart. 1, 2, 3. A larger one. And I thought I put a small clasp right there, but I don't see it. Let me close up these before I dump the whole container on the floor. That would be disastrous. I could sit here and cry. I really would. Alright. Oh, my gold bead crimp beads. They were right here on the table. I don't know why I didn't see them, guys. So, these are 2x1 crimp beads. Not like those 1x1s that were so tiny and didn't really want to crimp. They were stainless steel. They were really hard and very difficult to see. So I'm going to go ahead and put a gold 3x2. I can't see it. Let me just lay it down and try to stab at it. Spacer bead on the very end. Da da da. And then we're going to put our clamshell. This end, it doesn't matter that it's, you know, still partway closed. And I'm going to just, I'm not going to show doing this step every single piece I do. I will pause the camera and do this off screen so you don't have to see me struggle. Because I honestly cannot really see what I'm doing, so it's a struggle bus. Alright, I'm going to grab that crimp bead. We're going to bring it up here. And we're going to flatten it. I'm going to do it again. I want to make sure it's flat. Probably going to pinch my finger like I did yesterday. Alright, let me make sure it's on there tight. Tug test. Bring my... Oh my good lord. I grabbed the actual one that was laying on the table. People. It's on there tight. And now I'm going to slide all of this down to that crimp bead. No, I forgot to close it. I'm just going to give it a squeeze gently here. And then on the very end, I'm going to close it up. Now this end, we're going to give it a little swirl because those are some big, big beads. I'm going to cut off all this excess. We don't need it. We're going to use it for the bracelet. There we go. Nice and swirly. All those beads can move about. I'm going to take my other crimp cover. I'm going to open it wide because I'm not going to struggle. I see so many people struggle to put their, you know, to get their pliers in there to close their crimp bead. Oh, I forgot. And guys, just open your crimp cover. There's a hole in you. I know there is. I can actually, there we go. Almost forgot to put that on there. Open your crimp cover so you can get in there. Okay. Bam. Now my crimp bead. We're going to drop that down into the mouth of the crimp cover. I'm going to take my pliers. I'm reaching into there. And I'm going to squash that crimp bead. Squash, squash, squash. Once I've squashed it, I can't really see what I'm doing, so I'm going by feels. I'm going to grab my beads, turn my pliers over, I'm going to reach down in there and pray. I have been looking for magnifying glass to be able to see what I'm doing. That looks like a lot of space, but when you spread this open, your space disappears. So don't panic. I'm going to check. Yes, it's not going to come off. Now I can take that away. Get rid of my don't needs. I'm going to close this. Give it a little hug. And close that. Okay. So my necklace part is done. And this is the part I struggle with, and I am so sorry. These are so small, it's difficult to see. Oh, I did not get my chain ready. This is not going to need much chain because this is going to go really close to the neck. So, yeah, I'm going to only need about maybe, no, not much at all. Let me put this up here. Get my hair out of my way. I'm not going to need like that much chain minus all the fixtures. So that much. I will measure before I cut. I'm going to lay this just like this. Thank God I was holding on to everything. I'm going to measure this so everybody knows how long that is. I found my measuring tape. It was down inside of my stuff here. .5 inches. And I'm cutting off .9 inches. So that makes 20. So I'll probably cut it just a hair bit shorter because 20 inches is still a little long, and I've done that before, and when I was done it draped really low and I had to take more off. So I will cut off an inch less to make it an even 20 inches, and that's still going to be plenty long up on your chest. So perfect. Now let me go ahead and cut my chain right there. So I'm actually cutting 8 inches of chain for this necklace. Okay, I'm going to cut that in half. I have a piece of metal in my jaws of my pliers. Okay, there's my 2 pieces of chain. Alright, now I need my pliers. There we go. Hard part, sorry guys. There is the opening. I'm going to open it. This is why I said I'm only going to do this one time on video so you guys don't have to see me struggle to get these closed, because I cannot see that. So it is by feels, and I'm going to close it feels like it's sticking out back. I'm going to give it just a little hug. Okay, I'm going to go with that because it doesn't feel too bad. I'm going to go ahead, I forgot my lobster. And put the lobster on while I'm right here. Turn it just a little bit. There's my opening. I want to thank everybody that watches. Evelyn and Lisa and Teddy and Junie and Kathy. You guys are just amazing. I wanted to shout you guys out. Thank you for your support. I gotta go back a little more. Still needs to go back. It feels like I haven't even moved it. I think I'll go with that. It is really hard to make content when you're struggling with your vision and everything you do is like super tiny to deal with, you know. Yes, my vision is better with my glasses, but not to work with tiny little objects. I can actually see, you know. Before everything was a blur, you know, my whole daily life, everything was a blur. I still have difficulty looking at my phone, looking at my tablet, you know, things like that. It's better, but, you know, but still, it's not, you know, I will take it as a blessing. Go back just a little bit farther. And forget wire wrapping. If you watched anywhere near towards the end of my video yesterday with the earrings, yeah, wire wrapping is out. It's like it's too far apart, like there's a gap. There is a huge gap. I can feel it. Okay, now it's too far forward. Too far back. Ooh, my lights just blinked. Now I'm too far forward. Going with that. Now I just need a jump ring. This one I can see when I close it, for the most part. I think right there is my opening, right there. Today is Tuesday, the 5th. I told you guys I could see to close it, and then I'm like, I can't see. I cannot see. I see a gap. Oh, I hear it. Oh, it's too far back. Alright. That is so pretty. I still feel like it's way too long though. If I can put it over my head, it's way too long. Nope, it's perfect. Okay. Oh my god. That is so cute. I absolutely love this necklace. This is so beautiful. Alright, let's quit looking at that. Let's do the bracelet because now I'm all like, oh. I'm at awe. coming off. Yes, yes, yes. So we're definitely going to be doing this because, yeah, the pearl thing by the roses did not look good. So we know that. So now we're going to be putting like that. Pearl, purple, pearl, pearl, purple, pearl. And I think that's as long as our bracelet needs to be. Let's measure this. And remember, these are thick, so this needs to be longer. We have 5.5 inches. Let's do, now I know I have right here gold. I think it's going to be too much, but let's try it. Pearl, gold, pearl, gold. Let's try it. Now remember, there's going to be like 1.5 inches of closure. That's 6.5, so it's going to go out to 8, but those are thick beads. Let's try it. Let's string that just like it is, and if I have to, I can back off and put some, I don't think I have any tiny white beads, but we can come up with something. Put maybe some gold here. All right, let's string it. What'd I do with that piece? That's a small piece. There it is, nice and long. Let's put our clip on the end so we don't lose it. And let's string this and see how it goes. So I am going to hopefully set up Saturday at the Glass Tomato. I won't need if I go down early and set up, I don't need a canopy. I really want to go back to the Peculiar Winery because that is my big money, day. And I, that's where I need to go. But because everything I've got is geared to city people, I think it's going to be too long. Let's see. Never know until you put it around your wrist. Get my roses to go the right way. Actually, that's not all that long. But yeah, I need to back off those last 2 pearls. I love it though. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's back off those last 2 pearls and put those 2 gold and maybe an extra gold somewhere else. I'm going to clip this right now before I dump all those off. So where do I want to put these? Like maybe just wherever I have a pearl, put a gold. That's what I think we'll do. So I'm going to need to get more of these out. So I'm going to put a gold, a pearl, a gold. Just lay that down and stab at it. Have better luck. and a purple. A gold. A pearl. And I use like seed beads or something next to whatever I am stringing, because I like to kind of, I feel like it protects your beads from the clasping. Let's see if that makes it a little more closer to the size I want. Most definitely. I'm taking away, but not a whole lot, because I'm probably going to use the really big clasp if I have to. Let me go ahead and get more of those out. I do use a lot of these, and I need to order more from Bargain Bead Box. I need to place an order for a lot of like these tiny supplies, because I'm just going to sit here and make jewelry whether I make a video or not. That may sound rude or mean, but you know, guys, making videos is not productive anymore. So where did I go back to? Here. Take all this off, ditch a pearl, and then I want to get 2 more of these. All right, so I want a gold, a pearl, gold, purple, gold, a pearl, a gold. Perfect. All right, let's try this on. That is perfect. That is perfect. All right, let's go ahead and close this. I have a 6.5 inch wrist now, so when I put these together, it's going to be good for a person, you know, normal size wrist, and then adding a extender chain for someone else. I'm down to like 153 pounds. So we're going to need all of these things again. I might go ahead and just put a small clasp on, and then, you know, it is a bracelet. They can, you know, get a clasp, or, you know, I think I've used, because I'm going to need one of those and a big one. And I think I've used all of my, nope, there's the other big ones. There we go. Deep breath. I have one out. I need one more. This turned out beautiful. I love this set. Of course, it probably won't go as a set. They'll be hung up together. But, you know, people can purchase however they want. I'm going to go ahead and do this one because it's different for a bracelet than it is for a necklace, because you're not adding chain. So again, we're going to put that on, add our crimp bead, crush that puppy down. I'm going to get a hold of my wire. I do that, ouch, I got my finger in the way. And I'm going to crimp, press it down. I want to make sure it's good because this is a bracelet. Get a hold of it. Tug test. Tug test. I'm going to close it. Got it. I think he's a little off. Is he? A little. I'm going to just give him a little bit. Squeeze sideways. There, now he's straight. Crimp that. Slide all these babies down. Now, I'm going to go ahead, put my other pliers up here. I'm going to use the handle of my pliers to bend my bracelet. Nobody's going to see that little kink. It's going to be in my crimp. I'm going to open the crimp just like before, put it on, or my clamshell, sorry. Like earlier, I called it a crimp bead cover. Sorry, guys. Clamshell. We're going to drop this down inside of there. I want to make sure my roses are both facing the same way. I'm going to reach in here. Make sure my bracelet's nice and curled, like it would be around a wrist. And I'm going to make sure I find the crimp bead. Squash, 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 squashy, squash. Alright. Now I can get a hold of it. Is it tight? Yes. Yay. Okay. Trim off. I have enough to use on another bracelet. And then I'm going to close my clamshell. I'm going to give it a hug, squeeze. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's so pretty. I love it. Alright. Very much princess vibes. Okay. So one end is going to get a very small jump ring. Sorry, you're going to see the struggle bus and a lobster. That one's kind of a little bit open, so we're going to switch sides. I'll squeeze him a little bit. Okay. I have to find right there. I felt it. Okay. I'm going to move him away from the pliers. Right there's the opening. Okay, I'm going to position myself a little bit. Open. I think I have open far enough for both. Okay. He's on. He's on. We're good? And we are going to close. It looks like there's a split. Okay. Yeah, that is not a good. Alright, they're lined up again. But now my front piece is too far forward. There it is. Let me move my jump ring around. Oh, good Lord. Let's see if I can find it, guys. I am so sorry. Alright. I'm going to put the split in my pliers. I'm going to grab it with this one. It's actually good. Oh my goodness, guys. Alright. This is not together very good. Let's give him a little extra hug. Much better. All right, now this side is just the jump ring to fasten into. Let's find our opening. My dad was a diabetic. He had kidney failure. He was 47 when he started having strokes. By that time, he was already losing his eyesight. He was blind, pretty much almost completely blind by the time he was, 48, 49. And by the time he was 50, he'd completely lost his eyesight. So to wake up in the middle of the morning, and all of a sudden everything is blurry and double vision, I kind of freaked out. I had my first stroke when I was 47, and I didn't become diabetic until like a couple of years later. So there is our bracelet, and here is our necklace. This set is so stinking cute. I love it. Okay, what do we make next? I'm not going to make this one on video. I'll make it separate. But now I'm like, oh, what do we do now? What do we do now? Ooh, I've got so many yummies. And I've already made so much stuff with these beads from Chelsea's Beads that I don't want to remake the same project over and over and over and over. I do want to use some of these. Let me take this necklace set and bracelet away. And I want to make something with these. These are, I got to get it where I can read. It's small writing. It says it is natural green mossit. They are rectangles. And then I have these that I have not used. These are synthetic stone, synthetic gold stone. Okay, I think we're going to make ourselves a bracelet with those. If I had the right necklace, I want to use, do you see the eagle? Does anybody besides me see the eagle? You've got the eye, the beak, It was glued to, way back, probably 14, 15 years ago when I started making jewelry. I glued this with just super glue, and it came off. Finally, yay! But, okay, let's go ahead, open these up. I haven't even opened these. We're going to make a bracelet. Like I said, I'm not going to show you the whole making the... I don't know how many we're going to use. We'll set them off to the side. They're beautiful. I think we'll put I think it's only going to be one between, or maybe two. I think two is going to look funky. Yeah, two's not going to look right. So it's going to be one between each. So we have plenty. And I don't know, we could do a double strand, but I think these are going to be too wide of a bead to do a double strand. So let's make a single strand. Where did I just put that piece? I said I had plenty to make a bracelet, I think. If not, I'll set this aside and make earrings. Come on, fingers, work with me. Oh yeah, we have plenty. All right, we're gonna make a bracelet, real simple. I'm going to put gold on the very end. What am I going to use for the center? I think I'm going to bead until I'm ready for the center. One of these. I think I'm going to go, well, no, let's just start beading. And then if I need to adjust, I will. Come on, little dudes. I see a hole. Got it. 2. There's one with a whole face in me. So here's what we've got so far. I can see the hole. So this would be about center. What have I got we can put in the center? No, I have just enough of those to make a bracelet to sell. Let's find something snazzy for the center. I don't think I have. They're the same size beads. This one looks like he has a little tree on him if we turn him over. So that one's got some interest. And he's kind of unique. Ooh, he's cute. Look at him. I think he would make perfect in the middle. I don't know, but I still like the one with the tree. I found it. Perfect. I like that striped one. We'll make some kind of unique aspect around him. No, I don't want to go with squares. I want to keep kind of a similar, and then we'll go, no, we'll find something. We'll do something. Okay, so let's go ahead and if I can stab him, I want to put 2. Isn't that terrible? But I want to actually try to do 2. 1, 2, him. Oh yeah. I don't know about 2 though. Don't look right. It just don't look right. We're just gonna go with 1. and then go back to one. I think that's a hole right there. Whoops, I missed the whole bead. And then let's go back to these. I really like the difference in that bead. I put on 4, 3, come on, dang it. Agree with me. Just jump on the, there we go. Thank you. I guess I just need to get a little anxious with the beads and say you need to just jump on there. Okay. Let me put that around my wrist. I think that's going to be perfect. Alright, I'm going to get all my stuff out. You guys don't need to watch this part. I'm going to pause you, show you it when it's done. Okay guys, I am back and I have with me the finished, and have pepper here still. Oh no, I guess that was the end of that thing. The finished bracelet. It is so cute. I am so glad I picked out the other kind of stone to go with this. It just set the center of it off. Perfect. I love it. It turned out so pretty. And then I got out my bamboo leaf jasper. Okay, this is still from Chelsea's Beads. And what better to go with it than these little gold spacer beads that kind of look like bamboo. So I hope I have enough out. I have more over there. We're going to make another bracelet. I thought about making a matching necklace to kind of go with it. I might, maybe, we'll see, but I don't have the right vibe of a pendant to go with it. I wish I did. If I did, I would, might be in another video. So we're just gonna go with the vibe here, and we're gonna set these out. This might be our center. It's kind of a little different. He's a little different. I don't know how many we're gonna need. He's kind of dark. We might want him like sandwich. Put the grays to the end. Kind of like this, and I don't know. We're just gonna go with the flow. Going with it. He might be the odd man out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He might be an odd man out. He might actually be the center instead of him. Oh, that looks so much better. Of course, I can add more if I need it. Yeah, we're gonna need a center guy, aren't we? We'll see. We'll see what we do. We'll see what we do. Unless we do like this for our center and do something snazzy just around those 2 beads. I don't have anything to make it look snazzier. Or it just might be a simple stringing project. I don't know what we're doing yet. Who knows? Time will tell. That's not squeezed together by any means. And that's already at 6 inches, so that might be all we do. That might be all we do, and it looks really nice just like that. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. We're going to get ourselves off a length of stringing material, and we're going to just put this puppy together. Real simple stringing, but I love it. That right there is more than enough. Let's cut it off. Ta-da! And I'm just making different items for my booth. So I have some fresh things. For those of you that set up at booths, you know what I mean about having new bling, something different. So I'm not going to use any of the little gold ones at the end. We're just going to go with a glow. And figure out which ends of these squares actually have holes. I was right. And these beads are just like the other ones. They'll be different no matter which way you look at them. And we will see how they look. I love these. They're beautiful. Nope, that wasn't the hole. Or maybe it was. I guess it would have been if I actually poked it in the right area. Come on, I see a hole right there. Sometimes simple beading is all you really need. You don't need to do elaborate. I found that elaborate pieces don't sell. People look at it like, what is that? It's pretty, but where would I wear it? You know. And I agree. I would be the same way. Like, you know, I have the piece that I wear with the moon. I have a piece that I wear with butterflies. You know, like that. But I know there's a hole right there. There we go. And if we need more, we need lots more. Okay. So is it more like this? We'll find out. Let's see. With this, you really don't need a center stone. I think if I do that, and then add one more of these. That'll be good, because I can always put a extender chain on my pieces. And I think I'll go ahead and do this because these are flat. It's easier to do around a round bead. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pause you and show you the finished piece. Okay, so here is the finished bracelet. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love the different colors all blended in together in one bracelet. No rhyme or reason, really. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It is a little bit longer than my wrist, which is fine, because I have a 6.5 inch wrist now. I used to have like a 7 1/4. Can't believe how much weight I've lost on my arms and hands, but that is simply gorgeous. All right, we're gonna move on to the next piece. This is natural green and brown. It's some kind of jasper. I looked at the paper, now I forgot. These are ocean jasper. We're gonna leave them off to the side. We're gonna make another quick bracelet. I guess this is gonna be kind of like a bracelet bash. I don't know. I did make one necklace, but I looked at these, I keep looking at them, I'm like, I need to just make a bracelet. So we're going to see how we do, and see how it comes out. I've just been wanting to try something with these little square beads, and I think we're just going to do it today and just get it out of my system. I think they're gorgeous. I wanted them for making a leather wrap bracelet, and that's a long-winded project, and I want to do this, so we're going to. And I do want to add gold into it to help offset it, so I'm going to start with a gold bead on the end to protect my gemstones. So I think what we're going to do, so I have so many down here at once, I'm just going to do like this, get some out here. I have probably a lot more than I really need, but that's okay. I can put them away. I want to use the Hishis. Maybe a gold between, like 2 Hishis and then a gold. Let me try that pattern and see how it looks. Find a little hole. Because these being squares, you definitely want other shapes to help them sit properly around your wrist. So I'm adding the round Hishi and then a round bead. And the next thing is how is it going to look when I get them strung. So I'm going to string like a bunch together and then see how it looks. See if I like it. And then decide, is there something I need to do different? And you know, not always what I like, other people like. I know I watch some people's designs and I'm like, I really don't like that, but you know, other people love it. But you know, everybody has a different taste. All right, let's see how this looks. How does it bend? I kind of like it. There's a lot of different textures and shapes, and oh, definitely when you put it on your wrist, it's definitely, I like it. Okay, that's what we're going to go for. So we're going to want to do that. I'm going to line it up so that I don't forget what I'm doing. I'm actually loving the design. I don't know how many we're going to need. So I'm going to start out just by laying out these few and see how far we have to go. So I'm going to try to put out more videos, and YouTube is just not where it's at for me because My watch time is only like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. My last video, my watch time, but of course I only had like 43 views. My watch time was, I think, 11 minutes, which would surprise me. I don't know what the difference was. This being a very long video, I don't know what my watch time will be, but that's, you know, not here or there. I have other things I want to do with my life besides spending every single day struggling to put a video out. The stress alone of doing this and making everything and trying to please people and please YouTube is just very, you know, it shouldn't have to be that way. It should be pleasant. Let me see. Oh yeah, we got a lot more to have to do. So we're going to do he, she, and I have a lot more he, she's too, so. I think we'll pause it there and see how that goes. After I do a couple, I'll check it again. But, you know, I love making jewelry. I just don't want to have to force myself. Like today, I was like, I'm just going to go out here and just grab that box from Chelsea's Beads and just have at it. Whatever I make, and have fun with it. And that's what I'm doing. Let's see where this takes me. I think that might be it. Yes, let's go ahead and put the gold bead on. By the time I add everything, it'll be perfectly fine. Put him back, put him back, put him back. Put the gold bead out of the way. And I will pause you guys, and I'll see you when I have this put together. Okay, so I am back and I am finished. This turned out so cute. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at that. I am so glad I did this because I wasn't sure, with it being square beads, how it would turn out, but it's so beautiful. And I love that it kind of has that, you know, that kind of, I can't think of the words I want, but you know, that the hunters wear. Good grief. Any other time it'd be popping right out of my mouth. But it really did turn out so adorable. Now, let's get on to the next piece. Because we're adding a flower to this. This is that red jade quartz. Also from Chelsea's Beads. I don't think any of these are available anymore. But that's beside the point. We're going to make another bracelet. I have my red. And it's kind of unspooling here, so I'm going to kind of fix that just for a second. And I'm going to pull off a chunk. And we're going to make a bracelet. Again, this wasn't meant to be a bracelet bash, but that's kind of how it's turning out. My biggest selling item, believe it or not, out of everything are bracelets. And easy necklaces. You know, the simple chain with a pendant. Those are my number one sellers. So that's what I go for. I'm going to kind of start out like doing, I really love that red flower, just kind of pops in the middle there. We are again using these kind of bamboo things from Bargain Bead Box. I don't know how long this needs to be, but we'll find out here in a second, won't we? I think. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll see. We're going to start because we can always add, because I'm going to clip on the end, because we can always add on. And again, another really quick beading. And I appreciate those of you that either just watch the whole thing or you just let my video roll. I appreciate it so much. It means the world to me. And I try to chat because I live a boring life, guys. I don't have a whole lot going on in my life, and not really being able to drive anywhere kind of takes away even more. So, like I said, I don't like, you know, I won't drive in any traffic at all now. So we're going to do 3 on each side of that flower and see how that looks. And yeah, that definitely needs more. So we're going to go with another red bead, another of these little bamboo shaped beads, spacer beads. Shake it, shake it. Clip this end. Add the other one. And this one. And let's see, where are we at? Hold it close. That is really good. Kind of almost too much. I might take the bamboo off and put the little round ones on the end. They do take up a lot less space. If you notice, they take up almost half, well, about a third as much. Let me see if I can find my little ones. Hold on a second. Okay, I have my 2mm 18 karat gold plated these are from BB Craft, but you can get them on Amazon. So I'm no longer affiliated with BB Craft, so yeah, that looks much better. And I might do 2 because they are very tiny. Let's see what the size difference is. Okay, come on. Just because I said I might do 2, you're going to be roly-poly and not want to get on my wire. Alright, there's 1. And if I do 2, it'll come to there. Yeah, I kind of think I want to do 2. Let's compare 2 to that. That's actually the same size, so let's not. Okay. There we go. So that's done. And that's what I'm going to do. I'll do the other side the same way. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm done. Okay, so I don't know if I pressed play when I made that last bracelet because it said it was only 1 hour 25 minutes. I sure hope I did, because here it is. It's finished and it is so pretty. I love the red flower on here. It is so gorgeous. It is beautiful. I know it's going to sell so quick. It's going to go. So my last project is definitely going to be a necklace, and we are going to make it so it matches the green bracelet. I just love it. I love how it looked. And we're just going to have at it. These 3 pieces are going to be in the front. We're going to surround them with some of the other pieces. We're just going to put it together. Let's get some of this brown, and I'm going to also put chain on it. It's not going to be a full beaded necklace. That should be plenty. I'm going to cut off a piece, and we're going to start stringing. So if you're still here with me and we're still chatting, I am a true crime junkie. I watch Hidden True Crime, of course, Stephanie Harlow, Crime Weekly, Derek Levasseur with Detective Perspective. Those are my main channels. How many of you watched the sentencing of Brian Koberger? Oh my word. Olivia, like, mic drop. Oh my gosh. Her victim statement was the bomb. My hat's off to all of the victims. I cannot imagine living through something like that and then have to face the person that brought that much pain to your life. You know? I think every person should have the right to face the person that brought that pain onto them head on. I don't think anybody should have the right to say you can't look at the person while you're, telling them how you feel about what happened during the victim statement. I don't think that's right. I think they should be allowed to, like Olivia and her dad Steve did. Wow. They should have to, be face to face. Like, look at what you did to me. Listen to what I have to say to you. Exactly what Olivia said. Sit straight up. That was powerful and impactful. So I just kudos to them. So this is very simple stringing again. No need to stress yourself. I'm not stressing myself. I'm doing what I am able to do, and this is going to match, sisterly match to the bracelet. The only thing I'm adding is some gold accent around the front of it, which most people want on their necklaces. So okay. I'm sorry I'm having to chase the holes in the beads. It is what it is. And of course, we had so much going on in true crime, like, oh, Stefan Stearns was sentenced life in prison. For Maddie Soto, it was just unimaginable what that poor girl went through. And I cannot believe that her mother is also not being charged with anything, with the comments that she made about how she didn't think there was anything wrong with them sleeping in the same bed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She was very complicit with allowing things. So, you know, and then, of course, Lori Daybell. Sentenced another life without parole. And to me, she should be she who shall not be named. So, I see the little hole right there. Come on, little dude. So it was a big week for true crime. You know, I don't understand people like that. Oh, and the other person was the dentist. Oh my gosh, his name is evading me. Anyways, he also got life without parole for killing his wife with, you know, poisoning her over a 10-day period. Unbelievable. Because he wanted to be with other women. She was in his way. That is really pretty. I like that. Very nice. And I think very nice. I like it. Like it, like it, like it. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this off together because this is my last piece of the day. And I'm going in and I had a really bad stomach issue. Yeah, it was terrible. I'm going to attempt some spaghetti. It's just going to be sauce and some spaghetti, and I'm not going to eat very much. And a little bit of that's it, sauce and spaghetti, just a little bit in a bowl. Because I kind of up and craving spaghetti, or, you know, goulash. I love goulash. I love macaroni and tomatoes, but, you know, that's out of the question. Tomatoes are a huge no. So there's 1, 2. But I found out my sister-in-law also has diverticulitis. And she goes through this god-awful pain like I do too. And then when I was talking to my brother, my niece, his daughter She's had multiple surgeries on her, everything, her intestines and everything. And she's always, you know, constant pain, and, you know, they're trying everything they can because she's so young. She's like 36, 37 to have to go through this, you know. I not be able to eat, not be able to enjoy going out, and, you know, I struggle with it, and I'm 60. Can you imagine a young person with children that go to parties and barbecues and have to face that? It's just horrible, horrible thought. You know? That's good. Slide it on down there. Give it a swirly swoop. And I open this, and I'm going to slide this one down. I guess I got 3 out. Scoop one on. I'm going to put my red pliers up against it just to hold it so it doesn't take off on me. I'm going to grab that little dude right there. Whoops, I missed him. And squeeze. Whoops, it slid off. Squeeze. Earlier when I had the camera off, I pinched my finger and I was like, ow, 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 ow. There. Let's see. Are we tight? Yes, 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 yes. Now we can clip. And I think I have enough there for a bracelet, but that'll be another day. Close. Close, close. Yes. Squeeze that nice and tight. All right. That is so pretty. Nice. All right, we have that. We have that goes there, that goes there. I don't need that right yet. Okay, first we need to figure out how long this is. This is going to want to be kind of up on the chest a little bit. Another 20-inch chain. This is quite long. So we're going to measure this. And we are at 10 inches. So we're going to be putting at least 1.5 inches, probably closer to 2 inches. So I'm going to cut, let's say 8, because I can always add an extender. Ouch, there was a staple right there, and it got me. So let's cut off 2 4-inch pieces. Okay, no red stuff going anywhere. I don't know why this is coming out of here the wrong way. It's like it's twisted inside of there or something. Stay standing up. I don't know why that doesn't want to stand up anymore. So we're going to cut it right here. Guess I just didn't hear it clip. I'm doing 4 inches because there's going to be about 1.75 inches worth of hardware going on this. So I don't need that much stuff. I did poke play, right? Yes, okay. Whew, now's not the time to wonder. Okay, here we go. I am going to take these beads out of my way and put them away. Okay, we're going to start with a jump ring. You guys are going to see the struggle bus, sorry. It looks like right there. Hold that tight. Open. I'm going to put my necklace on, put my chain on. I'm going to grasp it and close it. And reposition it because I'm I'm too far back. Oops, I kind of almost dropped it. Every time I go to like squeeze it together, like put the whole flyer over the thing, all I do is mess it up. I gotta pull it towards me where I can look at it differently. It looks like it's okay. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and put my clasp on right now. Get the struggle bus part over with. There it is. Let's open it. Chain. Clasp. Close it. Too far back. Smidge too far forward. That'll work. Okay, now I have way too much in my pliers, so let's go ahead and do this. Do this. Close it. Gotta go back some. Cool beans. Alright, Yay! Last thing, and then I'm going to show you everything I made. I'm going to open, whoops, forward. I was so excited. I was like, yay, we're almost done. I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you close it and you're not pulling it apart, you're just turning. But it feels like, well, I guess there's not really a split, but it sure does feel like there is. Come forward just a little bit. Touch more. Cool beans will go with it. So this looks really long. Well, I guess not. If it don't go over my head, it's 20 inches. Isn't that a terrible way to say it? All right, let me get rid of these pearls, put them back in their jar. Put these back over here where they belong. And I'll put him away. Only take me 2 seconds, guys. It's right here. Now put him back in his little package. Right here. And then we will look at what I made. Alright. Are you ready? So we have this necklace here, which goes with this bracelet. Look at that. That turned out beautiful. I love this little red bracelet. And then we have this one with the squares. And then we have this one here. This one is gorgeous. And then we made this bracelet with the flowers and the necklace to go with it. I think they all turned out super duper lovely. I love how each of them are, you know, very different, very unique, but yet they're so pretty in their own way. You've got the earth tones, you got the bright reds, you've got these pretty purple. I mean, how pretty can they get? So guys, I know this was a long video. If you made it to the end, thank you so very much. No, you can't really see that one very good. He's all cramped up there at the top. But I so much appreciate every one of you. And thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. And I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments below. Bye, everybody.